Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. It's your ever-loving, latey bloke. Sorry about that, just adjusting myself. Hello, how are we all? I wasn't going to do a bonus video this week because I've already done one or two of those. But I just opened a bottle of turbo cider and I wanted to tell you all about it because it's so bloody good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the ingredients first, and you can sit and stare at it. There, look, there it is. But you can't have any because it's all mine, you see. Yeah. So what's gone into this one then is 4 litres of Waitrose sweet and crisp apple juice, 100 grams of honey, which technically makes it a Cyser rather than a cider, yeah, because instead of using sugar we've used honey. A teaspoon of Pectolase, 2 teaspoons of Malic Acid, 2 strong tea bags in a cup of water, hot water. Remember what I said before, if you're going to make yourself a cup of tea, don't put any milk in it, just use the water, otherwise it will be gross. A teaspoon of cider yeast and a teaspoon of Yeast Nutrient. Now the cider yeast was in a packet with its own sweetener, so I think it's given it a little bit of a boost, which is great. Here it is, folks. Ba-bum. It really tastes nice. You can taste the honey in it straight away. The sweet, crisp and apple juice from Waitrose, remember, other supermarkets are available, folks. It's really nice. You can taste the apples in that too. I don't know what to say about it other than it's really good. Sadly, the only thing that's letting it down, for me at least, is there's not much fizz in it. I don't know if you can see that. You can probably see a few bubbles popping up there. Not very much in there really, fizz-wise. But it tastes great and I'm really happy with it. Its starting gravity on that was 1059, so it came out around about 6 and a bit percent, 6.5, 6.6, something like that. So it's not really a session brew, folks. You wouldn't want to be drinking too many of those, you'll fall over. But what have I got over here? This, ladies and gentlemen, is a demijohn. Yes, it's a demijohn. And as you can see, all the little yeasties are having a nice little dance about in this. I've just done it. What's gone into it? One of those apple and pear juice drinks from concentrate from Sainsbury's. I had 3 litres of that and 1 litre of normal Sainsbury's apple juice. Remember what I've said before, other juices, other supermarkets are available, folks. Although you'd be hard pushed, I think, to get an apple and pear juice from anywhere other than Sainsbury's. And it's actually quite clear when you pour it, which is unusual because some of the pear juices can be quite cloudy, I find. What else has gone on to this? 2 teaspoons of Malic Acid, 1 teaspoon of Pectolase, and 1 teaspoon of wine tannin. Now with the wine tannins, some people like to put it into juice and mix it up a bit on the boil, just so that it melts a bit before you pour it in. But as long as you give it a good old shake, folks, when it's in the demijohn, you shouldn't really have too many problems with it. You know, it should sort of break down, especially as there's going to be some strong fermentation in there. The yeast I use is Young's cider yeast. You've probably seen lots of these sachets around before. Here we are, folks. There's your Young's cider yeast. 5 grams in there. Chuck it all in. Works a treat. Most of the ciders I've used with the Young cider yeast have come out okay. No real horrible yeasty smells in the brews, unlike some other yeasts I've tried. But this one looks like it's going to be quite quite busy on the fermentation, so I'm glad I left a little bit of room at the top there, because if I didn't do that, what it would do is it would go up here into here, leak, and you'd be in trouble then, because it would bloody go everywhere, and it's not nice to clean out. And once it's gone into the airlock, you have to clean your airlock out and things, and you know, you can get some sort of problem. Some people have told me that, folks. Some people just basically clean it, put it back on and don't worry about it. Me, never really had a problem. It's never been a problem. It's happened a few times. But this one, I think there's enough room in there that I don't have to worry about it. So this will be in the kitchen, where I am now. Hello, kitchen. Probably it will stay out here for a couple of weeks. Then I'll move it to the shed, and I might leave it in there for another week before I bottle it. Now, I was thinking about perhaps, if it was going to be a cloudy one, moving it into, siphoning it off into another demijohn for another couple of weeks for secondary fermentation. But I don't think I'll do that, because I don't think this is going to come out as cloudy. We'll see, and I'll keep you up to date with what happens with it, and we'll take photos and things, and I'll show you. But essentially, I could have filmed this, but it's really boring, folks. And there are other people on YouTube have filmed how to fill up a demijohn with apple juice. Good luck to them. They've done really good videos on it. It's really easy. I didn't do it any differently. Okay, just poured the juice in there, chucked all the stuff in afterwards, and it was done. But I did make sure, and people will tell you a lot about this, folks, that I absolutely cleaned and sterilised all of the equipment I used. So this was sterilised, the bung was sterilised, the airlock was sterilised, the little red lid was sterilised, teaspoons and hydrometers and things, they were all sterilised too. That's all for now, folks. Just a quick update, because I really wanted to tell you about this cider. Oh, I wish you could smell it and taste it yourself. The smell on it, it's really sweet, and it's quite a nice sweet, I would say a medium cider, with a tiny little sweetness after it's gone down, which is really rather nice. So I'm quite pleased with that. Again, I'll put the ingredients at the bottom of this video under here, and if you've got any questions, up the top there somewhere, over there or over there, there will be a link to the Facebook group. Send me a message on there, or post me any messages, any questions on YouTube, and I'll answer them for you as best I can. Okay, so happy Homebrew Wednesday again, folks. Hope you have a nice afternoon, and I'll speak to you all next week. Ta-ta!